Hey guys, and welcome to a quick and dirty world painter tutorial right here so you guys can get seagulls like these. Granted, the density up here is super insane, but I've been asked to do this tutorial. It's going to be a little out of order, but Lord Decker actually asked me to make this tutorial real quick for him so that he could figure out how to use it and do it all himself in a few maps he's working on because he saw something I tweeted a few days ago. This is going to be something super out of order for what I expected the video tutorial kind of order to be in. But yeah, so we're going to get right into this and show you guys how to automate birds in World Painter. Yeah, World Painter. So we're going to go and hop over to we're going to hop out of this world really quick here and jump into our super flat world where we've been making everything. Basically what I did in here is these guys right here, and we can just make this by base. So I'll do such selection to clear that guy. And pretty much what I did was I came over here and I created some stacks up like this, and you stack up your seagulls whatever order you want. You stack them up again. Let's lower that guy down by one, just make it a little bit more interesting. And so you have the seagulls right here. We got one more stack right here, make this guy really low down. So yeah, we have this bit right here. You can see then what I did was I grabbed this seagull right up here. These guys are in line, so I'm just going to go down here and set //POS2 to create your second position, and we can kind of see this box around it using the World Edit GUI. Remember that you need to grab the top height block from those seagulls, and you come down here, you do // copy, and you do / schematic, save, and then name it whatever you want. I'm going to do it seagull group 2. Because already that one right there is named Seagull Group 1. So with that, we're going to hop into World Painter. This is all pretty much good to go right here. So we're going to jump out of this and jump over to World Painter, and I'll meet you guys right there. Okay, so now we are in World Painter, and what you want to do, this is just a basic map. I cleared out the water here in the middle so we can get a better idea of what that's going on. But you want to hit this little plus button down here. You want to add a custom object layer. After you get to the custom object layer, click this little plus right here, and then these are all the different schematics I've been using for Heatherport. But pretty much, I named one a group and one a squad. So we're going to add our group one that you guys saw us just make, and the other one, and name this object layer seagulls. And relatively right now, this is actually good to go. We could literally just take this and paste it in there, and it would be totally fine. They'd be floating up in the air. And so what we can do here, you want it on solid land, you want it on air, you want it on water, and basically you just want the seagulls everywhere. This can be super, super high intensity the first time we export this. So right here, what we're going to do is I'll show you guys the different intensity levels. We will just pound a square right over there, and then we'll take what we're using in that little test world over there, and I'll do some cracks over here, and you guys will see this difference. So I'm going to go hop back in game, and you guys can see what's going on with this. So here we are. I exported the world Seagull Test 2, and we're going to be jumping into that map right here, and you guys are going to be seeing all of these seagulls up in the air, and we are underwater for some reason. Yeah, so this is that crack formation that we had before, which you can see they're all kind of just randomly around. And if you want that big square that we plucked down, this you got quite a few seagulls over here, guys. But this way, and so that's kind of a general idea of how to do it. And now I'm going to show you guys how to reduce the density so that it's not this and swarms of seagulls everywhere, because that's a little bit scary. So we're going to be hopping back over into World Painter again, and we'll be cleaning this stuff up. Okay, so now we're in World Painter. So two things you can do. One way you can fix it up is you can bring your intensity down to like 8% or whatever, and you can just drop that right there. Very low density, you'll just have a few seagulls in there, but that's not really a great way to control it yourself. One way that I've found as a great way to control it is you go into Edit, and this number right here, you can see that at 20 blocks, one object per 20 blocks means at 100% intensity there's one object per 6 blocks. So what I did on my river map, or Heatherport, is I turned for the hawks, I turned this up to 4,500, so it's actually only one bunch per every 1,200 blocks. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into 2,500. We're just going to go with 2,000 and just test this out so you guys can see how the density here is going to be changing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to export this out again, and we're going to call this Seagull Test 3. And so I'm going to export this. I'll meet you guys in there. All right, so here we are in Seagull Test 3. Remember we left those giant squares everywhere on And you can see, I believe there's a little bunch of seagulls over in this area. Yeah, so here's the little grouping right here. Here's the little 3 guys that we had, that we made that schematic of earlier. So you can do that. Yeah, we got some more over here, and you can see some more down in that area. As you can see, it really lowered the density and made it more realistic instead of looking like you're going to be attacked by a swarm of seagulls. So there's one more thing I want to show you guys on how we can do this. And so with that, I'm going to be jumping back into WorldPainter right here, and we got one more way of doing this. So with that, I will catch you guys over there. All right, so before we get in there, I made this little thing here in back here in our super flat world here. You can see it's just 3 seagulls. These ones, instead of being in the air, are on the ground. So what we're going to do again here is I'm just going to copy them, and I'll meet you guys over there. Okay, so we're back in WorldPainter here, and this time we're going to be adding a custom object layer. This one will be called ground seagulls, just because we made the model on the ground there. Makes it easy, keeps it separate, all that good stuff. So we're going to scroll over here and find our little seagulls, seagull ground right there. So this is where you have one thing that gets a lot different. We're going to turn this up to 1000, so it's still pretty dense, but we just want to be able to see the difference here, but it's not going to be an insane flock of seagulls. So here you're going to open up seagull ground, you're going to hit that little edit button, and what you're going to do, the most important part is you're going to click this offset, and you're going to increase this up to whatever height you want them at. We're just going to go with 10 for now to make it easy. Over here under the spawn, you're going to click on solid ground, on air, and on water. This is going to be all you're going to need to do here. Random rotation mirroring doesn't matter, really doesn't do anything. So we're going to do that, and down here, actually I'm going to change the color up on this guy, so you just kind of click the dot dot dot. We're going to make this blue, just so you guys can see a big difference. And with that, we're just going to plop a circle right down there. We changed the spawn to right there, so just to make it easy. And I'm going to export this as seagull test 4. So we're exporting this guy right here, and you guys are going to see that we're going to have a big difference. All right, so here we are back in game. We have all of our seagulls in here. They're doing their thing. They're flying up in the air. Dacker, this is the part that you were messing up on somehow. I don't know quite what you did, but I hope this does help you out here. As you can see, there's a lot of seagulls. Really could reduce the density a lot. But guys, this has been a tutorial on how to get birds flying in air. This works for all different types of birds. You can make a single model and all that type of stuff. So I do hope this helps you guys out with creating some super realistic maps and things like that. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are new. As always, it really helps me out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought, if you like these types of tutorials that are quick and dirty. But with that, guys, I'm all out of time here, and have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next episode.